Think we're good? Alright, cool. So, thoughts on what happened today with depression? It sucked. Um, I didn't really have anybody that um, I didn't have any negative um, interactions with anybody. It was all positive. It was all very supportive. It was all very people who said they understood or had somebody that they knew who had some sort of mental illness or some sort of battle with depression. Uh, One thing I kind of want to okay. So I didn't have any negative impressions, right? Like nobody was like, "Oh, you're faking it," or because I've heard that a lot. I've heard you're faking it, or it's not that bad, or everybody has problems, or all that kind of crap. I didn't hear any of that today. And I think that part of it was the severity of the episode. Part of it was that you could visibly see something wrong. It didn't take any amount of brain power to be like, there is something going on with that person, right? And I think at that level, people start to they're concerned. They want to help, right? Most people want to help in some aspects. Like, I need to shave that or something. It's gonna drive me nuts. Most people are wanting to solve your problem for you, and that's kind of what I got today a little bit. And it's natural. Especially people that are curious about it, or that know others that are suffering from the disease. They want to help you. You know, uh, that's a big thing. And it's almost one of those situations where the more you know, the more you hurt, not help. And what I mean is, depression's a chemical imbalance in your brain, right? So it's not your fault. And some people would say that if you have depression, that something's wrong with you. And to that aspect, like physically, chemically, there you're an abnormality, right? Whether that's whether you consider that, I guess, something wrong, that's kind of up to you. But there is an abnormality. Your brain chemistry is different than a normal person's. When you were having a depressive episode, right? Uh, or if you suffer from chronic depression, it's different all the time. It's why depressed people are so misunderstood. A lot of depressed people who are having a depression episode, or who are just chronically depressed, will take offense to the idea that you were trying to fix them. You mean, well, I'm sure you do. Like, your heart is in the right place. You were trying to do the right thing for the right reasons, because you want to help this guy, because it's something that you need to do. But It's not something you can fix. It's something that the person has to cope with. And if it can be fixed, it's something that the person themselves that's suffering from the issue is going to have to fix. That's just, I don't make the rules. That's just the way it is. I wish that I could go and just get it fixed. It's a huge hurdle. It's cost me opportunities professionally, opportunities, personally. It's affected a large portion of my life, and the more that I understand and recognize what it is, the more I realize that it's become a major aspect in which my life revolves around a lot. And having somebody fix that would be great. But I've already had, I say, probably hundreds of people talk to me about it over the course of my lifetime. Not one has ever even gotten close to fixing it, and only a very few handfuls of people helped. There was one person who I talked about in my last video, helped a ton, to the point where I didn't even know if I was depressed anymore. I thought maybe I had been cured. Right? But a lot of what that person did was they were just there. They were just somebody who was consistent in my life, who checked up on me, who made sure I was okay, and accepted when I wasn't okay. And that was super important to me. The fact that somebody liked me the maximum amount that they would like me. I had nothing to prove and nothing to I was as good in their eyes, broken and depressed, as I would have been if I had no depression at all. And that really resonated with me. I'll be honest with you. Like that was huge. Just being treated normally, and it wasn't like, when I say normally, I mean not like I didn't have depression. That's not normal. Because having depression is my normal. But being treated as an equal and being accepted and being wanted for who I was and what I was experiencing. That was huge. I mean, that was really a turning point for me. And that's something that I keep chasing even to this day. Is that feeling of acceptance, that feeling of like, okay, this person's a little jacked up in the head. I love him, I appreciate him, I want him around, and I wanna bring him into my life. That feeling is worth more than anything else to a depressed person. The feeling that we might be broken. We might be a little messed up. We might be a little sad. We might be a little angry. We might be whatever, right? Whatever natural feeling that to us is natural. You want that, and you want to bring that in your life, and you're not trying to fix us. You're just trying to experience life with us like we're trying to experience life with you. Yeah, we might be trying to fix ourselves, but mostly we're just trying to experience life. We're just trying to live in the moment and enjoy what we have with you. Enjoy what we have with each other, because that personal connection is so rare, at least for me, when it comes to depression. You feel like an outsider and you feel outcast so much, dude. So much. It's not even funny. You could stand in the room, 10,000 people, and you would feel lonely. You would feel like you would feel almost jealous of the people around you, getting to experience that sensation of feeling the other people around. You know, it doesn't matter how many there are, and it doesn't matter who they are. For the most part, you wanna connect with everybody, and it makes you vulnerable. And I think that makes you scared a lot too. Um, but yeah, just be there for the people. If you got someone in your life, just be there for them. I mean, for me today, I cried a lot. I cried 6, 7 times throughout the day. Once when I got to work, and I'd say about once an hour during work. And it wasn't like, it wasn't like crazy crying, but you know, it was enough. It was enough to have tears running down my face, and that sucked. You know, but it ended quickly too. It always ends pretty quickly because at the end of the day, it's not that bad. Your life is not that bad. It feels like it's worthless and it's over and whatever. And the perception is that everything is fucked and sorry for cussing. Everything is messed up and it always will be. But the actual crying doesn't last that long because there's really even stuff in my life that's not going super great, and I talked about in the last video. It it ain't that bad. It can all be fixed. It's all just money and time and not having things the way I want it, and not being. I'm not gonna say not being the person I need to be, because I don't want to change the person I am. I like who I am. I'm a fan of who I am. But you know, maybe I'm just not where I need to be. I haven't reached my potential, right? Um, I think that's probably why the crying only lasted like 1 or 2 minutes. You know, and you can't stop it. I tried. I tried all damn day. I tried. But eventually it comes out. Eventually the tears start running. You start breathing heavy. And you can stop it. And it's alright for a little while, and it comes back. You know? And like I said, I mean, you can always go back and watch the video how it was whenever I was having the actual episode of depression. Uh, it's on my Twitch. I'm gonna upload it up on YouTube. But it was weird being in that situation. I'll be honest, man. Uh, Everybody wants to help you and everybody wants to try and fix you, but it's something that you have to go through. And the hard part for the person who is depressed is that you can't tell what's up from down, or what's left to right, or what the fog is about. And so you are making the best decisions that you can for yourself and for your needs in that skewed state of mind, in that perception, that point of view that is so random, that is so foggy. And so people from the outside looking in are like, man, he is flying off the handle right now. He's upset or he is sad, and there's really nothing going on in his life that it's that bad. And it's like, yeah, that's true. Me coming back and me reflecting, like, the depression, like I talked about, it's an aura. I feel it around my body right now. It's always going to be there. But right now, my armor's up. I don't have any chinks in my armor. I've got the stress, you know, but my chinks are mostly suited up, and so that the depression, it can't get in right now. I'm not having a depressive episode, because that's what I have. I have episodes. I don't have chronic depression. I have episodes, and it usually happens by things that trigger off in my life. But when you are in that episode, you know, that sucks. And to you, everything you're doing makes sense to you in that mindset. Everything to you makes sense. When you're yelling at that dog to shut the hell up because you've had a bad day and you're stressed out, you know you're being depressed, right? You know you're depressed. Unless you're new to it and you haven't really caught on to it, but most of us know I'm having a depressive episode or I'm being depressed right now, and that dog is just really getting on my nerves. And it's not the dog getting on my nerves, it's my brain being frustrated because it can't think straight, and I'm getting angry because I don't know how to act properly because my mind is so all over the place, right? And so shut the hell up, dog. I'm trying to think my way out of this because I can't get through the fog. I don't know what's up from down. I don't know how to get from where I am to where I need to be. I don't know how to get out of this thing. And you keep, you know, yelling at me. You keep barking. And you take it out on 'em. You project. You project that feeling of anger and frustration that you're having with your own inability to get out of this perceptual barrier that depression puts you in. And I think that that's why a lot of depressed people get angry. And you're tired, man. You're so tired. I didn't get it when I was depressed this morning, but man, I tell you what, I was so damn tired the whole time. The whole time. I was exhausted. Because you're fighting a battle with yourself, right? Because your body knows something's wrong, right? Like, something isn't right here. And so what is your body going to do? It's going to look for the problem. It's going to say, hey, there's something going on here. There's something not okay. What is it? What can we do to fix whatever the issue is? And so you're looking for problems to fix while you're depressed. You're looking for problems to fix while you can't think straight and while your priorities are messed up. That is a recipe for disaster, man. And I think that it causes a lot of issues in a lot of people's lives. Their relationships, their professionalism, their businesses. It's it's a problem. And you're in this, like, let's say my depressive episode lasted for I'd say 10 hours. I woke up around 5 in the morning, and I got off work at 2:30, and I was depressed for about an hour after I got off work. So 3:30, so 10 and a half to 11 hours, that was a depressive episode for me. So these things are long, at least in my opinion, in my perspective. I had a serious depressive episode where I was having multitudes of varieties of severity of this thing really impacting the way that I was feeling and thinking and prioritizing my life. And the entire time, you're exhausted because you're trying to find that thing that's hurting you. You know, that thing that's making you feel this way, and you're taking it out on everything. You're trying to solve every little problem. I'm depressed because my college homework's too much, or I'm depressed because my girlfriend's friend is here, or I'm depressed because I streamed to 0 viewers. I've had that one a bunch of times. I'm depressed because I'm sitting here talking to a computer to 0 viewers, wasting my time, wasting my life. It's never gonna happen. That's one that happens to me all the time. Does it mean it's right? No. No. Every video I have some people that are coming by, and they'll sit for a couple minutes. Sometimes they'll chat. Sometimes they'll go away, and that's how this whole thing has to start. But in depression, you're looking for the problem. What is making me feel this way? And in your messed up point of view, you don't know what it is, because it's your brain. It's your brain that's the problem, but your brain is obviously looking for other problems. And so you're gonna get in fights with your family. You're gonna get in fights with your pets. You're gonna get in fights with your work. You're gonna, or you're gonna hate yourself. Maybe you realize that maybe something with you is the problem. And then you're gonna get depressed and you're gonna hate yourself. But regardless, you were fighting something when you were depressed. You were fighting yourself, you were fighting your past, you were fighting your environment, you were fighting your future, you were fighting something when you were depressed. And you were fighting with all of your heart when you were depressed. You were fighting it with everything you've got. Today I did that for 11 hours. I got home today, I said, oh my god. After the depression kind of eased off a little bit, I said, oh my god, I'm so tired. I can't do anything. My little girl want to go out and play in the yard. And I was like, baby girl, I'm so tired, baby. Like, I can't today. And I felt guilty for saying that I can't. But I had just fought an 11-hour battle with myself and worked an entire day's worth of work. So I was just dead ass done. And then I come home, then I come on the computer, and I was like, man, I'm not gonna do a stream today. I don't know what to do. And I was like, you know what? I'll just get on Fortnite. Fortnite, it didn't work out. I gotta sort something with my RAM. It says that it's running out of memory, and I know it's not. Like, I got 32 gigs in there. There's no fucking way, but I gotta figure it out. Those kind of things, those little issues of Fortnite crashing, or me not streaming or whatever, the depression feeds on that. It feeds on your insecurities. When I don't stream because I'm depressed, my depression will feed on that and say, man, no wonder your stream's not doing good. You didn't stream today. What's wrong with you? You only streamed half an hour? You only streamed an hour? Come on, man. Just give it up. And that's your brain. And it's fucked up. It's fucked up, and it guilt trips you. And so you that's what I mean by you're fighting that battle. You feel feelings that aren't real. The fact is, I'm proud of every time that I stream. If it's to 0 viewers, 10 viewers, 50, I've never had 50 viewers. I think the most I ever had was 10. But I'm proud of them. I'm really proud to be here, and I want to be here. I went on a tangent. I honestly don't remember how it ties back in, but that's another thing, man. Just because the depression episode is over, oh, it's tiredness. It's tiredness. That's how this all ties in. Keep living your life, even though you're exhausted. Even though you're exhausted, keep living your life. Take pride in what you've done today. That's what I can tell everyone who's here. Everyone who's in my shoes, who's having these issues. When it's over, you feel guilty for everything that's happened. I felt so damn guilty today for how I acted, what I said. I wasn't super mean, to anybody or anything, but I was angry at some people that I probably shouldn't have been angry at. And I exaggerated some stuff that I shouldn't have exaggerated. Um, because I wanted to be taken seriously. I want people to know, like, hey, man, like, I'm having some issues right now. But were they as bad as I actually was experiencing them? Probably not. Probably not. But but it was important to me that I had that validation. That's what I talked about in my last video. That validation of, like, somebody cares, man. You need to know somebody cares. Don't feel guilty over that shit. Yeah, you shouldn't do it, but don't feel guilty over it. Don't beat yourself up. Depression is the punishment. Alright, that's what I have to say. Depression is the punishment. Don't punish yourself for being depressed. You're going to do things that you normally wouldn't do when you're depressed because you don't have the mindsets of a normal person. What normally makes sense, you're not going to do. Those little fibs or those lash outs and stuff like that, they are not okay. Right? Everybody knows. You need to be honest, and you don't need to take your anger out on anybody else. You don't need to take your sadness out on anybody else. You don't need to push people away. Having said, that is from a rational mindset, which you may not have. Work on controlling it. Try and cope. Learn how to manage yourself. And how I do that, I have landmarks. I have people and things that I do in my life that I know are constant sources of realism that I can come back to. And when it's over, let it be over. I mean, 100%. That's the real takeaway. When it's over, let it be over. Don't keep beating yourself up over it. You've already beat yourself up for... Some people are in this shit for weeks, months, before they get a break. Stop beating yourself up about what happened when you weren't in your right mind. It's okay. It's okay. It really is. The people that are there to support you, man, if they were supporting you when you were being crazy, they're gonna support you when you're sane. They're gonna support you when you come back to being who you are. That's the person that they're trying to support anyways in the first place. Don't run away from them just because now you realize how dumb you were acting, because in the time that you did it, you thought you were doing what made sense. You were making all the right decisions from your point of view, and then you come back and you realize you were being an idiot. That's okay. Go to those people. Tell them thank you. That's all I really gotta say, man. let it be over. Don't keep beating yourself up. Give yourself some reprieve. Give yourself some enjoyment, and, and look back. And don't focus on the negative. Focus on the positive. Focus on what you did today that you're happy about, that you're proud of. I'm proud of the stream. I'm proud I went to work. I'm proud I spoke openly about this. And, man, I hope to God it helps somebody, but if it doesn't, it is what it is. If you like this, great, man. I, I wish the best for you. If you don't like it, I still wish the best for you, and I'm proud of that. Feel free to comment or make fun of me in any way, shape, or form, or you know, reach out for some support. The fact is that I'm doing this for me, and I hope that you do the same, whether you have depression or not. Take care of yourself. You've only got one life. It's so important for you, and love yourself. Love yourself. When you can, love yourself. Even when everything's going wrong. So, this has been Rockma. Thank you for listening to me rant. I could talk for hours about this stuff. But, you know, I want to put this video up. I'm going to be probably talking about this for many days to come. And I'll try and post everything on YouTube. Thank you so much. Appreciate your time.